My buddy's a filmmaker, and we're old friends from the Coast Guard for a long time. He lives up in Massachusetts and down visiting, and so he makes films about anything and everything.
The deer, we have these big hay fields, and they come down there just to turn around. It's a dirt road that ends at my house, but they're just bounding the turf becomes the end of it, you know.
Now, how much further is the river from your house?
About between a quarter and a half a mile.
Wow.
The road used to go, you know, down to the ferry, but it's all washed out.
Right, all the stress, all the greed.
It is.
You know, you're just making a buck because that's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah. Well, I worked downtown in 5 Points for over 10 years.
What'd you do there?
I was a paralegal. And I just had enough. The day that the sniper shot the guys in 5 Points MARTA station, shot the businessmen in the six,
Yeah.
it was like 25 foot from there. I said, man,
Wow.
I'm not coming back tomorrow.
Boy.
This is it. That was the camel's
And you didn't
paw.
come back? That was the last day you were there?
That was my last day.
Wow. Actually, what I did, I took a leave of absence. So that after, on January 1st, to return on January 1st, so if I get out for, I took 2 months off. I want to be able to pay my own way when I reach retirement. And I feel really like this way is a better way to do that.
Been giving up your trucking job? But that was more money and guaranteed insurance.
No, man. I could kick myself. It's only been 2 days.
Yeah, that's right. You just need to catch up, so you said no to catch up on Saturday. I'm sorry.
Ho hum. 5 more minutes of silence.
Yeah, the quiet time, really.
Except on Saturdays at the time. Saturdays at the time. Madhouse. Which one is your husband now? Okay. There's nothing here for that. The water, maybe. You'll eat that good eating, I bet. Oh, that country ham.
Sing, 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 sing.
I don't see how some people.
Take a bite out. That's the sound of a diesel. You know what we need to get? Are you catching a cold? You feel like you might be getting a cold?
No.
No? I tell you what I did last year, you know, the big zinc thing was out, that zinc is really good for knocking down a cold, and they had zinc lozenges and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I was taking zinc with my supplements and didn't get sick once. Anytime I felt like I was getting a little anything, I'd double up on it.
Do you feel like you're getting a cold?
No, I don't now. But I'm just saying, I think the zinc works. I feel like I'm a passionate person. I feel like I'm a person that, I know I'm a person that looks for purpose and that wants to be, it's important to me to be worthwhile. That house right there. Okay? You got it? Yeah. More than just self-serving, more than just living in my own little embryo or my own membrane, so to speak, me and my life and my world. And I feel like I'm a person that needs to get out of that and offer back something to life, offer something back. And that's what my passion, that's when I say, you know, what's it all about and who am I? Then that the answer is you're somebody that wants to be. He was a block seller. Worthwhile. Blocks. He traveled all over the country selling blocks.
You're so good looking, boy. Boy, aren't you looking so furry? You're making him uptight, man.
No, I'm not.
What's he doing, Amos? What's he doing? Look at that. He's perfect.
So basically, the story of my life is that every report card I've ever gotten has said Barry has the potential. He can do more, but I never did. About 2 years ago, Klaus and Beverly, my wife's mom and stepdad, came over, and Klaus he can be a little or a lot obnoxious. Well, on that particular day, they were over, and I went out to use a tool out in my barn, and I found out that my toolbox had been stolen that day. So we had company, and you know, I just thought, well, I'm just gonna let it go. I'm not even gonna, you know, get angry. There's nothing I can do about it. But you know, to have your house invaded that way, you know, your property and your goods. So, you know, I was pretty upset about it. Well, Klaus is pretty obnoxious. He's a great guy. I like Klaus. I have a lot of respect for him. And, but, you know, he can be obnoxious. And so here we are hanging out that day. The rest of the day's going on. I've got this going on. Haven't dealt with it at all. And, so we're sitting there, we're having dinner, and Klaus is already, you know, probably getting on my nerves a little bit. You know, a little more noise and action, more going on than I want to under the circumstances. And I'd already been robbed twice before. I'd had a chainsaw taken once, and I replaced that chainsaw, and then had a chainsaw stolen again. So then this is the third time. So I have this habit. It's not really a habit. I mean, every so often, once a year maybe, or once every couple of years, I might snap, right, and just tell somebody to, you know, get screwed. And so I didn't want to do that to Klaus, though. It's my mother-in-law's husband. You know, a nice guy. I do like him. And so we were sitting at the dinner table, so I just got up and, you know, I told my wife, I said, honey, I can't deal with it anymore. And she knew what I was talking about. But, so I got up and I went out and started working on, you know, from the dinner table. I went out, you know, just to get away from the situation because I really felt like I was about to explode. And, you know, all things considered, you know, I was with Klaus, and then the other thing happened, and me having pent up the feelings about it that day, and here he is telling me that that I can do what I know I can't do, and so I went outside, and so Lisa comes out and it's like, well, honey, just come back, just get along. I need you to get along, you know, and not, you know, do this, right? And I'm like, honey, I can't handle it. I can't deal with Klaus today, you know. He's just really too obnoxious. And so then Klaus comes out. What's the problem? What, you know, what did I say? You know, and then I snap, man. I'm like, you're just so obnoxious. And here I am freaking out. Just lost it. And so then, you know, it all dissipates, and then, you know, Klaus has a son that happens to be manic depressant, and so Klaus said to me, he said, Barry, you know, he said, I've seen behavior similar to that before, and he said, you know, you might want to go to the doctor and get checked out. You know, I mean this as a friend and somebody that cares about you. And I said, yeah, oh, you're right, Klaus. You know, I mean, I don't mind doing that. I'll do that for you. So I just went south there, over 40, some chromium, burns the fat on the muscles. Ginkgo gives you better, what is it? What's the word? See, I don't have it. Better brain. I take these and I get me a glass of coffee. Whoa! You know, I'm telling the doctor all of this stuff, classic underachiever, and you know, bouts with a temper now and then, really going off here and there in my life, you know, and so she says, you know, I don't think you have depression at all. She said, you appear to be a classic case of ADD to me, and ADD is attention deficit disorder. And I've read up on ADD, and yeah, I agree with her. It probably is what it is.